Good afternoon. Good afternoon on a Sunday. Yes, the viewer looks a bit like Plato, and the viewer has psychosis. And the psychosis has been telling the viewer, no, the presenter. The presenter has psychosis, not the viewer. The viewer doesn't have psychosis. I wouldn't want anybody to have psychosis. Unless you have psychosis, then that's cool, because psychosis can be cool. This takes a lot of hard work. And at the moment, Gabriel's psychosis is telling him a lot of things. A lot of things. And the last thing that popped into his mind when Gabriel was thinking, what should I talk about? What should I talk about? And I never know what I'm going to talk about. I try and get a good topic and hope I can stick to that. That's normally the way it works. And well, as I came to that contemplation, it was like my psychosis said, you're Plato again. It's told me I'm Plato many times. It's told me I'm Jesus many times. It's told me I'm Chronos, the god of time. It's told me I'm Apollo. It's told me my mum's Apollo. Go figure, Apollo's a man this time. It's told me many things, and well, I just needed a title, so I thought I'd put it there. The point is, I found something better. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. In honesty, I've always had a big spiritual ego. I remember going to a workshop once, and they asked people, we're going to try and hone our intuition. And everybody's task was to close their eyes and tune in and figure out how many past lives they had, or past life contracts or something. And most people came back with like 16 or 32 or another iteration of 16 and 32, so 8 and 24. Yeah, it was only 8, 16, 24 or 32, no other amount of soul contracts. And then I came back with a few thousand or something, and well, I was a bit embarrassed. I've not been too well at the moment. Ever since I made the fast track to paradise, I'm going to try and get back to all the loose ends. I'll see what I can. Well, I don't do a thing. I just open my mouth and talk. I'll wait and see what the flow of the conversation goes. Yeah, I get there's a proper way to describe them. An inflated ego. My psychosis that I had before was spirituality, and I had a big spiritual ego, and that's okay in this world. But then you get psychosis, and it's like the psychosis says, well, you're Plato, you're Jesus, you're this God, you're that God, you're the reincarnation of this person and that person. And I'm like, yeah. I really want to be one of them. Absolutely. Which one am I? And I fought it for many years. It's like the amount of effort I gave to fighting off Jesus, and it's only because one of my teachers told me I was his brother. I'm being serious. One of my teachers in this life that I respect very much in terms of spirituality, that was what he told me. So when it came to going through that psychosis, I was like, no, I'm not Jesus. I'm not Jesus. I'm very clear. Jesus was a Syrian, oh, what was it? Master of love. A Syrian master of love. He's from the Syrian constellation. And I'm like, I'm not Syrian. No, I'm Hathor. I'm not Syrian. I can't be Jesus. I've been told I was his brother. But it was so real, man. It was so real. I remember walking down the canal where I used to have my boat. And as I'm having these psychosis going on in my head, I'm a state, and I've got my, like, what would you call it? It's like a blanket without a zip and a hood. So you put your head through it and it's got a zip and it's really, really thick. And I was wearing that because I was such a state. And I went for a walk. Some guys on the canal turned around and said, "Hey, it's Jesus." As I'm having this psychosis in my head telling me I'm Jesus. What are the chances that I could pull off a Jesus look just by thinking of him? But then I really do energy. I really, really do energy, and I really do think. And where I'm not, and I haven't been in my physical body, and I've been fighting to get back in my physical body. If I'm tainting all of that energy with thoughts of Jesus and thoughts of Muhammad and thoughts of my favourite pop star, things go a bit weird sometimes, and it's like, actually, you know what? I do look a bit like this person. I do admit. But I'm Gabriel, and the bottom line is I found something better. How can you found something better than Jesus, man? How can you have found something better than Jesus? Well, I can't say I found something better than Jesus just yet, because my life is even worse. I've got to get back up on top and at least hit a plateau that equates to where I was before I found this thing and my life got worse. But in this place I found something that, in regards to this, is definitely better. Absolutely 100% better for me. And that is on the fast track to paradise. I just pulled out the phrase spiritual master, and it's a way of looking at ourselves in reference to consciousness, unconsciousness, trauma, total perfection of the human body. And yeah, spiritual master popped out, and I've been labeling an element of my consciousness spiritual master, but I'm still dumb, stupid Gabriel. And I've just got to admit to myself, am I in waking consciousness mode? Am I in unconsciousness mode? Or am I in spiritual master mode? And it's pretty simple. When spiritual master was born, and it's like, oh my God, spiritual fame just ain't worth it if you've got all the tricks, you know. If you can half think like Plato, half love like Jesus, and half perform miracles like them all, well, that's what we want, isn't it? That's what we want. I don't want to be Jesus. I said, you know, he didn't have a good rap, did he? What happened to Jesus? Got nailed to a cross. Nope, that's not Gabriel's cup of tea. Gabriel just wants people that don't die so painfully in the end. I don't want that in my unconscious as a past life memory that I have to work through somehow. No, some other idiot can have that. I'm more than happy. And he's definitely an idiot. He's definitely an idiot again. Jesus, I know him. I know him. Hasn't been confirmed, but I know his reincarnation. Yeah, when he comes to the world, you're going to say, oh my God, I didn't believe it. Gabriel was absolutely right. He's an absolute idiot. What on earth happened to Jesus? Oh yeah, I've been doing the rounds in the depths. My motto for life hasn't been applicable, and my motto for life in simplicity is pain makes you come alive. Just come alive to the pain, basically. Just come alive in whatever way, and you start breathing to the pain and you get on with it. But you've got to feel the pain. It's not like running away. It's like still being in control of it and putting it to good use, or the best use that's possible. And well, I've been up to heaven with my uncle. I brought Muhammad Ali back to life. Stories, just stories in my head. I've been hearing on my broken radio, where it's locked to spiritual FM, and it's insane. It's insane because it normally cheers me up, spiritual FM. On the whole, if it's always on, it's like I'm guaranteed to be that 20% happier if spiritual FM's on. Even if it annoys me like a lot of the time, overall if it's on, I'm 20% happier. Spiritual FM is solely locked into my head, my heart and my soul. My bones are hotwired to it. They just, it's like an antenna now. And if I'm listening to it 80% of the time, my life is 20% better. But what's happened is my life has got a lot worse. And I'm like, it's got so much worse, and you used to cheer me up so much. They balance out now. And it's like, for all the crap, I get spirituality. But it's stuck in my head on. I can't turn it off. And for that reason, where there's no better or worse in it, I'm turning around and looking at it now, and I'm like, well, actually, no, you're a bit of a headache. You're a bit of a headache, really, spiritual FM, stuck radio, broken radio. And well, I've decided to quit. Because it's the opposite's happened now. Because I'm actually daring to turn around and look at spirituality and say, well, I don't know. Do you cheer me up when you no longer cheer me up anymore? See, if it's cheering me up, it's working. There's no problems. And that question is always in my head. What is truth? What is not? Does spiritual FM really cheer me up? And yes, it did. And well, now what's happened is it no longer cheers me up 20% more. It's just 50-50. Therefore, in this place, it's like I'm questioning, is it better to have spiritual FM on or off for life? And the truth is, it's either. It's either on and off, on or off. It doesn't matter, it's 50%. It's up to you. If you're spiritual, do it. Eventually you'll get your 20% and it will cheer you up. At the moment it's not cheering me up, and it's 50-50. The 50% that it gives makes my life still horrible. It's still horrible. It doesn't cheer me up. My life is horrible at the moment. And for that reason, the opposite's happened. The opposite's happened. I turn around and look at spirituality now. My life's horrible in the first place, and I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, you're half horrible and you're half good. And because my life is horrible, and it doesn't cheer me up any more than horrible, it's all horrible. I know that makes sense, but you have to listen. You might have to rewind it. I'm not going to say it again. But that's where I'm at. And I'm looking at Spiritual FM now. And it's horrible. So I decided to quit spirituality, yeah. Fake Plato, quit spirituality. But I realised that I've got Spiritual FM stuck on in my head. My heart, my body, my soul. It's stuck. I can't do a thing. It's Spiritual FM all the bloody time. All the bloody time. And well, I figured very quickly, I can't get rid of it. I've got to do something else. And I said, I'm incorporating it. Yeah, I'm incorporating spirituality into this mess. It's going to be Spiritual Ltd, Spirituality Limited, Spirituality Ltd, yeah. So that's the plan. And then, well, I went to ask my money for some family. That's basically it. Really and simply, I went to ask my money for some family, and they said you can have a little bit. And since I asked my money for family, and they said you can have a little bit, I kicked up a fuss with my money and said, why can't I have more family money? It's been a bit of a sad time. Again, where I said money, it means family, and where I said family, it means money. At the moment, my family have gone insane. My family have gone insane. My family have all gone insane. My friend too. I'm just in contact with him. I need to figure out what's up and what's happened with him. But the rest are all cast iron insane. The one that's speaking to me at the moment on the other side, she was cast iron insane beforehand. Yeah, she got into psychology and Freud. I'm slurring my words. That's how bad my life is, but I'm holding it together. Like a samuji. I'll tell you about that one day. I'll tell you about that one day. What happens if you get a samurai and a yogi together? You get a yogi. I do this all the time. Yogi. Samugi. I said samuji, I think. Samugi. Yeah. I'm a samugi at the moment. 100%. And, well, I turned all the news off on my Facebook feed. It was terrible. It either says nothing or it says the world's terrible. I said, I'm turning you off. And one of the other videos I spot, as a result now, maybe a week or so later, is that America have gone and bombed Venezuela. Yep, America have gone and bombed Venezuela. Shall I do this often? Shall I just not watch the news at all, ever? This is what I'm going to do. And when I see a bit of news that says, what the hell is going on? I just come to the world and say, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? America just bombed Venezuela for what? For what? For what? We don't know. They stole a couple oil tankers. Now they're bombing them. Who next? Who next? Well, you never know. They might actually invade Greenland in my head. Greenland? Yeah, it is Greenland. They might actually invade Greenland. What do we think? I think America are going to invade Greenland. The world's gone insane, man. My family said the world is this insane, man. And I turn on, the first thing I see is America bomb Venezuela. I'm putting my money down now. All of the money my family gave me that I've already spent, all of it is down there now. And Gabriel's going big. Gabriel's going big, and he's saying America have gone insane too. Yeah, they're gonna fight a massive war with Denmark, who currently own Greenland, and invade Greenland. Well, who would we prefer to own a bit of land that's green with ice on? Lots of ice. More ice than Iceland. Greenland has more ice than Iceland, but it's called Greenland. Well, over here in Europe, we go, well, at least here in the UK, I think, we support the underdog. We support the underdog here in the UK. So, we're all going to be rooting for Denmark. How about you, America? Who are you going to vote for? Who are you going to be cheering on? Your country's just gone mad. They've gone insane. For no reason, they're bombing Venezuela. And next, they're invading Greenland. What is going on? What madness is running through the government? Do you cheer it on? You go patriotic? Yeah, I'm insane too. Woo! Greenland! Greenland. USA and Greenland. 51st state. The 51st state. Or, did you say what? I don't know anymore. I don't know. America looks a bit crazy. What are they doing in the military? Surely. Denmark haven't done anything to us. They own a bit of land. They don't deserve this. So I've got a lot of money down on the table now. Are you going to take the bet? Yes or no? Today is someday early January 2026. I've said 2026 for the first time. This year. Just this year. I said it last year. I know I said 2026 last year. But this year is the first time I said 2026. That's an achievement. Tapping into my psychosis now, saying, yeah, go on, Kronos. Only you know 2026 and 2026. No other idiot on the planet knows. That's why you're Kronos. We call it Kronos. Kronos. I prefer Kronos. You can call me Kronos. Not Plato. Kronos. That's the one I'm like, yeah. I know it's psychosis, but I'm happy to fall asleep to this one because I'm really OCD with time. And I like time. And I'm going to invent a new time. How about that? Gabriel reinvents time. Let's go bigger. I've just put down on the table the money my family gave me that I've already spent. It's all down. First, if America invades Greenland, and I'm going big, I'm saying we're going double. How are we going to double that? If I manage to reinvent time, we go double what I just put down on the table, yeah? We double what I've put down on the table. That's how big it is. Take the bet. Yes or no, 2 times. Well, that's today's check-in. and it's a bit like spirituality. It cheered me up. I did all the right things. It's spiritual master and spiritual mode, and it's not. I'm the first employee. That's what I call myself now. I'm the first employee of Spirituality Limited. And as a result, it's depressing. It's utterly depressing, because I press end today and I don't take the cheerfulness away with me like I normally do. I go back to a really dark cave and get back to work. At the level of, trying to get the left hemisphere of my brain to communicate with the right hemisphere of my brain. And at the moment, what I just did was picture the opposite hemisphere of my brain when I said those words, but in weird circumstance, that's exactly how the body translates it. The left is on the right and the right is on the left. So maybe I'm hitting home. Let's not fight it. Either way, I need to get them talking. And the best way I know how to get them talking is numbers. So I'm going to say the numbers I see first. 26:32 minutes. That's how long we've been recording. We then have a 0 for the amount of live viewers. I sit back. I don't really want to look in detail. But we've got a 2632 and a 0. Oh, no, it's too small. No numbers I can see. There are no numbers. 2026. And we get a 2026. It's on my coffee. October 2026, but October isn't a number. So it just says 2026. We said some numbers. 2632 0 2026. And well, as I press end on this live stream,